I witnessed EM getting destroyed. I saw this today and I can't stop laughing. I was traveling in my city metro. It wasn't that much crowded at that time, but all the seats were occupied. Still, you could freely stand without being humped by a stranger. There was this kid sitting in the reserved seats, the ones for people with handicaps, pregnant women and old people, definitely not for moms of 2-year-olds. He was probably 14 or 15, I don't know. He is the hero of the story here. Then at one stop, our EM comes in. She has this cute little child who was trying to keep up with his mom's pace. EM instantly sees our hero sitting at the reserved seat and just stares at him. I guess this was her way to make people automatically give away their seats or something. The kid didn't move though. This probably irked EM a lot, I guess, cause she moved towards the kid with heavy steps. She comes near him, stop and again does the stare. The kid doesn't budge. Then she starts screaming. If she didn't have the whole compartment's attention earlier, she had it now. She starts berating the kid for sitting in a reserved seat and not giving it for someone more deserving like a mother like herself with a young kid. I don't know what her logic was. The seats aren't reserved for them anyways. She just keeps shouting and screaming and tries to get others' opinion on it, and for a while people were on her side. Then the kid, out of nowhere, rolls right side of his jeans up and detaches the artificial leg and keeps it in front of EM. The look on her face was priceless. It looked like she was mortified and embarrassed at the same time. She just backed away silently and just got off on the next stop. I don't think that was her stop. As someone who's disabled, that's the kind of shit I hate, frick people who are like that. Major props to the kid though, just silent destruction. Edit. Jesus, y'all seem to like that, okay. And thanks for the silver. If anyone else is here with an invisible disability like me and can't do dope shoot like that, I think maybe just threatening to throw up and pass out may work to get them to frick off. I hope. I love this story, the kid in the story, and the fact that he pulled the ultimate move, but I hate the fact that Karen doesn't know she was wrong either way. If she learns from this to think her actions through, great. I'd hate for it to be twisted in her head to something like, that boy was so rude for not telling me earlier about his leg and embarrassing me. These kids are supposed to let mothers with young children sit. It's a Karen, you know she's not gonna learn anything. This is awesome. I want to meet this hero and shake his hand. He's breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Hashtag you are all breathtaking. My dad is an amputee and has done this before, and it's such an amazing way to shut assholes up. A funny story that's kind of related is that once he was on a private plane with his friends, all stuntmen, and the stewardess was asking them if they got injured in their jobs often, and in response my dad took off his prosthetic leg and kind of tossed it towards her, and the poor lady was so frightened she screamed and jumped. I often get the stink eye for sitting in the reserved seats on the metro or the bus because I look young and healthy, but I'm actually disabled due to issues with my spine, spinal cord, nerves and leg, but you can't really tell from looking at me. A lot of disabled people don't outwardly present as disabled, so it's best to approach people kindly and not assume the worst of them. Edit. The stewardess had been joking around with them earlier and wasn't angry at my dad in case that wasn't clear. She ended up having a good laugh with everyone. I realized that I forgot to mention that in my original comment. Just remove your spine and shove it in their face. /SPS. Your dad is cool. Some dude came up to me at a Canadian Tire and was like, you just parked in a handicapped spot. I pointed at the placard on my dash. Yup, and he said, the handicapped person has to be with the vehicle. Now, after the fact, I got it. He thought I was using Granny's placard. It happens, I'm sure. But at the time? Whoosh. I had gone out alone. My car was empty. I just cocked my head like a goofy puppy from side to side. Looking at the car. At him. Back at the car. But, if I stayed with the car, how would I get my windshield wipers? For the life of me I thought he meant I had to stay in with the car, which was a new flex to me, because what the F? And he did the same goofy puppy thing right back at me, and then it suddenly clicked for both of us, and he turned very pink and ran away. Dumb boz. Proly both of us lol. Don't judge a person by his looks. This reason is why I don't use a lot of handicap spaces, even though I'm partial disabled and qualified. You can't see my injury, and unless I'm having a bad day and need my cane, you wouldn't know how much it hurts for me to stand on a metro. And I can't use the cane all the time, or else I'll never be able to not use it. People stare all the time if I have the cane anyways. I think it's because I'm younger than most people who would need one. I just wish people would chill. This makes me so sad. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. I've been guilty of judging at first when I see someone park in a handicap spot and mosey into the store. But then I remind myself that 1. It's none of my business, and 2. I don't know what that person has or is going through. But I would never deny someone a seat or pass judgment if someone asked for the seat I was in.
I've read a story about entitled lady in a bus. It was in late 80s or early 90s in USSR Russia accordingly. So an old bus. A girl sitting. Then EL comes in and demands that girl to stand up and give the seat to EL, a girl being a good did as she was told. She stood up, took her school bag, and sit down please. Turned out the seat was broken, there was only a frame without a cushion, and a girl was sitting on her bag.
I have a story about a bigoted man on a bus. I took the public metro bus to school when I was 14 and 15. Well, during my second week of doing this, it was pouring rain at 6 a.m. and the bus was packed. A little old lady gets on, and someone probably should have offered her a seat as she seemed rather frail. Instead, she had to make her way all the way to the back of the bus where I was to get a seat. At this point, a 40-ish years old white guy starts screaming at these 2 clearly gay black dudes. He's cussing them out, saying how they should have given up their seats. Never mind the fact that he could have easily given up his seat as well. Continues yelling about how 2 FTNs shouldn't be sitting at all. Well, as soon as that happened, the bus erupted into chaos. For the uninitiated, the metro bus crowd is 98% black people here. Immediately everyone is screaming, and the 3 men are standing and sizing each other up. One woman is just screaming "Lordy, Lordy" over and over again, while the men yell about fighting as soon as they get off the bus. Now this about 20 years old, 100-pound gay man has a clown red-dyed mohawk and a tiny, sparkly purple purse on his shoulder. He starts shadow boxing in the most effeminate way possible. This image is still one of the funniest things I have ever seen in my life. The purse really did it in for me. Lo and behold, the bus gets to its next stop. The 3 men get off the bus. And the 2 gay men absolutely beat the ever-living shoot out of the bigoted man in the pouring rain. He lost the fight within 1 minute, and 1 or 2 people on the bus even cheered. As the stoplight turned green, the bus just left while the 2 men kept kicking the guy on the ground until I couldn't see anything anymore. What way to start my experience of riding the public bus. Like, comment, and share. Reddit Story Topper. Subscribe now.
Yeah.